Hello everybody, so it's been maybe a week or so since I've given you a previous update on the fruit trees, and now look at them. It's amazing what some sun and some warmth can do for these trees, and isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? So this is one of the plum trees and you can see the blossom on it. It is just insane. I don't think it had any flowers on it last year, so this is very exciting. Over here we've got another plum. Pretty sure this is a plum tree, and again the blossom on this is just incredible. It is doing so well. I will trim that branch because clearly it is dead, but yeah, look at it. Oh my goodness me, I'm so excited for this. And you can see all of the different, oh, that's the pear tree, which is why it looks different. Sorry, this is the plum, this is the pear, and yeah, the pear is also in full bloom and it is looking fabulous. So together they are certainly a show, and we're also getting so many pollinators in the garden because of these trees. And this here is the last plum that we've got, I believe. So we've got all of these flowers on it. This is the one that produced a lot last year, so it hasn't got as many this year. I do think that is because I didn't trim it, didn't prune it last year, which was a bit of a failing on me, but it's okay, we can rectify that mistake this year going. So in the autumn it will be pruned. Over there we've got an apple tree, and the buds are just starting to come out now on the apples. You can see the little red dots where the pollen or the flowers are, the petals are, and yeah, it's doing fabulously. The cherries are certainly behind the other fruits, but that's okay. We are patient in this household. And then over here we have these cherries. We have two kittens over there. Look at them. So we've got the cherries coming up here. We are getting some blossom coming out, which is really nice to see. Then we've got the apricot. I'm going to have a look to see if we can see any fruit growing. So let's have a look. So I can't see any fruit buds, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. It's still a very young tree, so we can't be overly upset about that. It is what it is. And then we're going to move on to the other trees. Here is the quince, so we are getting where the flowers will grow. They haven't got any blossom as of yet, which is a bit of a shame because blossom is gorgeous. But we can see here, like here is an example of the flower head. So we should get quite a lot this coming year. So I will keep you updated with that. This also is another flower head of the quince and another one down here. So we're going to go over to the other pear tree. This is the big pear tree here. So this is where all of the big blossoms coming in. It definitely doesn't have as much as it had last year, but that is to be expected, I think, because it had two really big harvests, one after the other. So I'm not overly surprised by this at all, but we're still getting a really healthy amount of blossom, so we should get a healthy crop of fruit. And based on the fact that we have the other pear trees as well, I really don't think we need to worry about lack of fruit. Also, we have a massive crop of cherries coming in, and this is far more than we had last year, which is very cool. I actually wasn't expecting that at all, so this is really exciting. So that's really nice. And at the bottom of this we've got some hollyhock, I believe. I think they're hollyhocks, and that's just a little bit of extra. So we've got a big fly on that, and they will work as pollinators, which is really good, really cool. This is the tulip tree. It's got lots of new leaves on it, and then the clematis there, which I will grow up this tree. This here is the nectarine, so we've got some pollen or some blossom just lingering on, and as you can see it has definitely got peach leaf curl. So I will look into how we treated it last year and then get that going again, because otherwise the fruits are all going to be infected, and that is not what we want at all. So I think it is still a little bit too early to have any fruit buds, but it is what it is. This is the bramley, so we've got one cluster of flowers up here, and then we've got some more down there and some coming along over here. We've got some some leaf buds here. I did snap the branch the other day, which was really unfortunate. It is still growing, just really slowly. I'm not sure if I should just cut it off and like cut my losses sort of thing. I think I will, to be honest, just to reduce the risk of infection. But yeah, the apples are quite slow as well. This is another apple tree, and this one does have some flowers on it, or some flowers coming in, which is exciting because I don't think it had any last year. So we do actually have quite a lot of flower buds on here. So I'm hoping we get some nice fruit, because apples are so versatile and you can do so much with them. And I'm all about the preserving of the fruits, and I really do need to get on that this year, especially because there's lots to do and lots to prepare for. So yeah. This is the Gala apple tree, again with the flower buds coming in, and this is a new tree. We only bought this, well, I bought this last year from B&Q, so I didn't expect much, and I am glad that it has survived, and that it is growing, because in the end of the year it did drop all of its leaves quite early, so I was a bit worried that it had perished, but it seems to be okay. We've got some gooseberries down here, the gooseberry flowers that seem to be gone over, maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know what my puppy's doing. And then lastly, this is the final pear tree that we have, and just again, the blossom is just incredible. I'm so excited for when this is a full-blown, like a full-grown tree. The blossom we're going to have is going to be insane, but it's going to be gorgeous at the same time. So that is what the blossom looks like. We can show you over here as well, these really big beautiful clusters that we've got. And yeah, these are certainly keeping the pollinators happy, and it's just something to behold. It truly is. This branch, the snaps branch, that is still alive. It is still growing. The flowers are still there. They're not doing well, so I might cut this branch off as well and just, again, cut my losses quite literally. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We've got the blueberries and the grape, and then over here we've got some roses and the clematis and some what's it called, honeysuckle, can't think of the name, wisteria. And then we've got lastly another apple tree here. Not lastly, there is another pear tree. So we've got some more apple flowers. This is the Braeburn, so the best apple in my opinion. I am very biased as well. We do grow some very, very good Braeburn apples in this country. Currant, I think, down there, maybe. Another blueberry. We've got 2 kittens growing in there. What are you doing, Pishy Pish? They're so naughty. And then here is the final pear tree. So again, blossom is gorgeous. I am so looking forward to when these are all planted in their little orchard, and when they are growing healthily and strongly and they are humongous, because I'm going to have a glut of fruit every year. The pollinators are going to be fed, and my flowers are just going to be thriving, really. So yeah, something for everybody in the seasons to come. So thank you for watching. If you have made it this far, I truly do appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.